This is Wednesday, and you know what that means. AEWTF.
What does that mean?
And how many people on the roster do the Destroyer?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to put over the PWG library.
I just think that people got fooled by the blood and girls bleeding.
Oh, man, those guys are awesome.
Hello and welcome to AEWTF, and you know what that means. This is our season finale, all-out results review.
We're just going to get the results.
It's the results. We're just going to read the results and the review. But, yeah, so the winners are... so we're talking about the buy-in too, kids?
Yeah, sure. I have some notes on it.
It wasn't good.
No, it was...
That's my note.
It was pretty sloppy.
Chicken fight. Are we just throwing out the one line that we each wrote about it?
I think it was mainly just one of those opening show matches where they told them not to do too much until the last 2 minutes, where they had a decent little finisher galore.
Yeah.
I did think that the idea of the crowd energy with it ending with the Jurassic Express song with everyone singing along to start out the pay-per-view got the crowd up and on their feet doing that.
That's a good take, yeah.
Yeah,
So if they use them in this role every pay-per-view, we'll know that's why.
I think I like Butcher more than everyone else because I met him and worked a show with him. I have that bias, but it was cool that he's back. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but
yeah, I dig
Well,
it.
Matt Hardy's stable of tag teams don't make any sense if one of the tag teams isn't complete. So now...
I thought it was just an intergender tag team with Bunny and Blade.
oh.
Well, in the post-conference stuff, Malachi Black said that Butcher and the Blade would be, like, he's trying to put together the House of Black, I guess, and he said they would be a perfect tag team for that. So
that'd be way better, make way more sense.
but yeah, I thought this was a good. I assume this was the first match for the live crowd too.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything they taped or any kind of dark match or anything.
And like this was pretty perfect match then to kick off the show for the live crowd, especially. And I saw it pointed out online by somebody, so I'll steal their take. That it was kind of cool how they circled all of the Matt Hardy and HFO feuds to all kind of come back and get them at the end. Dark Order, Jurassic Express, and Best Friends. So a little bit of a. I don't know if it was on purpose or just those are all the babies.
I don't think there's any thought like that put into it. I think it was just like, this is our big show. We got to get everybody a payday. Instead of doing a battle royal, let's just run everybody in.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to do a battle royal, but
not for the men.
And it's going to be fucking terrible.
Oh, God.
No spoilers.
Then we get a Mega's favorite guy, Dan Lambert. Talking up his dudes. And
like, he's a good promo and stuff, but like having UFC champions there takes away from the two wrestlers that are all going to be wrestling the matches, doesn't it?
Kinda.
I still say though, with the two UFC fighters dressing like they're just their dads at a barbecue, it does, I think, kind of lessen their presence.
And then we get the main card, and Cash. I saw him go to Climax during this.
Like 5 times.
It was Miro versus Eddie Kingston, and this was exactly what we wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt like this match was booked just for me, and I truly appreciate it.
TK's pulling some strings for you there.
Mega, what's your thoughts on it?
I loved it. I thought it was the best Eddie Kingston match he's had in AEW.
Agreed.
Yeah. It blows my fucking mind how I went back and watched this today. Like I watched a few matches again today.
I watched the cage again today.
Well, it blows my fucking mind that Vince would let Miro go. We talked about it last night too, but
he is definitely the prototype of what WWE wants out of like a monster heel. I don't.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. Yeah, to let that guy go. But I love the finish.
But like do a storyline where he's a cuckold and he's like getting a fish thrown at him or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have no idea how to use one of the most naturally gifted guys you had him on the roster, and like you made him, so it's not even like he got drawn in from someplace like well known,
right?
But yeah, so I love the finish though with Bryce getting in the way of the exposed turnbuckle, like actually doing his job. which is so much better than like an incompetent ref who just stumbles into the way.
Oh, there's plenty of those.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that because of the way the finish played out, then we get to see a rematch.
Oh, I figure we will, yeah.
Well,
I
good.
do. What I love most about this was stiff as fuck, but like it wasn't. We're two badasses that aren't going to sell shit because we're badasses. Like they sold their asses off for all
I
the
talked
strikes and
about
stuff.
when we watched it live, their sells were unique too. Like when Eddie Kings got kicked in the back, he sold like someone who could take it, but he was like, fuck, like, you know, like this
Super realistic because that's how you sell in a real fight.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't sell in a real fight, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. How you react in a real fight.
Yeah.
Going back and watching it too, like it just gave me this image of like Eddie Kingston is showing up as like the most badass guy from the streets. Like that's their guy, that's their fighter. And then Miro's basically this like fucking gladiator warrior. And he just happens to be a little bit more savage than Eddie and just a little bit harder to hurt.
Yeah.
What's funny is after the pay-per-view, Miro put up a tweet saying, "There you go, Eddie, I redeemed Deed's nuts." And then Lana sent out a tweet to Miro saying, "I'm going to redeem your nuts later."
So John Moxley and Kojima, and we talked about the spacing of this was kind of bad because it's the same type of fights back to back, and I don't think this one was as good as Eddie and Miro.
I do appreciate that the crowd popped for Kojima, even though we all know it wasn't who anybody wanted.
Right.
But same.
However,
the show had some issues, and putting two Haas fights back to back was a little strange.
Yeah, it was. And I think too, like if you were more familiar with Kojima, you might enjoy this more. But I just knowing what I knew about like Kojima and everything, it was hard to get invested in this one.
Yeah.
and I didn't have enough at hand knowledge to sway them. So
Yeah.
I
I
started working early on the big surprise so that they were ready for sing along and for the crowd to go ape shit. So
You didn't tell us there'd be a sing along for Suzuki.
At one point, I forget what the actual move was, but Kojima took something, and it looked like he got a concussion. Then he gets up and he's bleeding from his ear, and I'm like, "Oh fuck! How is he still going if it was that bad that he's bleeding?"
I have a theory. Asians can't get CTE. I tested that theory during the pay-per-view, and it seems to be true.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's like I don't know if that's science, but he did say it a lot last night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out Asian DNA to put inside me. Wait,
I'll get some Asian inside you.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was I was equally uninvested in the match as I was invested in the Suzuki appearance because that is fucking awesome. He's got like a presence, just same way Mox does. So those two guys in a ring together was really fucking good.
quick note on Kojima that I saw that kind of blows my mind. Kojima and Chris Jericho are the same age.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Kojima seemed like I think that backs up Tim's Asian theory.
Yeah,
He seemed like he had a lot more left in the tank than Jericho does, body-wise.
definitely.
Yeah,
Suzuki. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the match itself went a lot longer than I expected it to.
Same.
Like I didn't think it was gonna be a squash. To go longer, maybe that's just because of the back-to-back of the same kind of style.
I also think it might have been a side effect of them wanting to keep New Japan happy and like not job out their guys. Same reason why Moxley took 2 of his DDTs to beat him.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So Moxley and Suzuki will be good on Impact. Almost said on Dynamite.
I do like. I do like that Mox hits the paradigm shift once, and then like they don't have Kojima kick out of it once, but Moxley just goes ahead and grabs him and hits another one, which is kind of like kind of puts Kojima over that Moxley knew he needed 2 of them.
Right,
Yeah.
he didn't just assume he could beat him with 1. He gave him more respect than that and used 2.
And then we get our low point of the evening: the women's casino battle royal.
You're skipping things.
No,
so.
you skipped 2 matches.
Oh, I have AEW women's.
Britt Baker,
Yeah,
Chris Statlander.
Britt
Oh,
Baker
yeah,
and
sorry.
Statlander.
Yeah, we get the title match first. That's right.
Yeah.
So we get the title match, which this was all right.
I thought it was solid and one of the better women's matches they had, but it's just overshadowed by.
There's some stuff that's a little wonky. The suplex almost got botched, and like a few things that were not perfect, but they were fine. The match was good.
The Chris Statlander's take on every single curb stomp like scared the shit out of me. Like me and Zach always do the spike, and she just sticks her head out and just fucking eats it. She doesn't put any hands down to protect herself.
You take the best curb stomp I know of, so.
Thank you.
So I will say, like, one thing I noticed with just like a little point about Orange Cassidy since he was out there in this match, one reason his gimmick does work really well is because so it can tell the crowd that something important is happening or that they should be fired up because like he got fired up for Statlander.
Yeah, to get back in.
Like, gets behind him. Like his gimmick works really well in that sense where the crowd's like, oh fuck, if he's gonna take notice or if he's getting worked up.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid match.
Okay. It was all right.
The crowd really popped for the sunrise.
Yeah, and that was a good. We thought it was a tease, but it's actually foreshadowing.
Well, it was burning his finisher to the ground because she gets out.
Yeah. Say fuck.
Well,
fuck your finish.
he can just never hit her with the finish. That's all. So as long as Adam Cole never goes up
Chris
against that,
Statlander's a lot bigger than Adam Cole. They're not in the same weight division. So
Yeah.
Then we get the backstage interview with Chavo and Andrade El Idolo.
And what's the other guy's name? They said it.
Carlos.
Nope.
No, I think it was
It was
Jose.
Jose.
It was
Same
Jose.
thing.
Wow.
Racist.
It's like the John. It's the John of Mexico.
You mean Juan?
I meant Juan.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Carlos Juan or? And then we get. I mean, I'll say it. I don't know if you guys agree. I think so. The match of the night, maybe the best tag team match I've seen in 10 years or longer. The steel cage match with Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Also, just one of the best cage matches
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, this match was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I love that I mentioned it while we were watching, but I love that the Bucks took advantage of the cage stipulation, like to be, even though it was supposed to be used against them in a way, they decided like, all right, fuck it, if there's no rules, we're gonna take advantage of it. So like, they're the ones that kind of escalate all the violence. Matt Jackson just straight up kicks Phoenix in the dick, which anytime you're in a cage match, that's what you should be doing over and over and over again.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Brandon Cutler on that throw. That was good.
Yeah.
Right?
How many times do you think he practiced that before the show with the cage down there to make sure he can make it?
I would.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to be like a comedy spot where they're trying to get him to send the stuff in and he just keeps trying to and can't.
Yeah. That would ruin it, though. I don't want comedy in this because it was
But
so
then
good.
they just like drop one from the ceiling. They got Nakazawa up there that drops one from 50 feet above.
Yeah, this match was good from the entrance of the Lucha Brothers on.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Like, her
The whole
entrance was...
was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, the entrance was badass. I watched it again today. I just happened to fast forward right to where they were getting ready to lock up, and I was like, nope, got to go back and watch the Lucha entrance again, too.
With the, let's be fair, Alex did almost ruin the fucking intro because he jumped around in front of the fucking singer.
He wanted you to see that red suit.
You guys,
But the singer like elbows him back and shit. Like that's how bad he is at his role.
your feud with Alex will never end.
It will never end.
But yeah, this was the blood, and then Penta hugs his kids and gets blood all over them,
Right.
and they're crying. And
Best part of the whole presentation. He's getting yelled at by the ref because they're missing their cue to go up and pose and shit.
yeah,
I appreciated when they go to the top, it wasn't ridiculous, hey, we're going to potentially kill ourselves, that everyone was kind of concerned about going into this of how many destroyers can we hit on the top of the cage? How
And
many?
I legitimately think they were intimidated to do anything more than a crossbody because you would legit die.
yeah. That Canadian destroyer off the top was on the money, man. You couldn't hit that better if you tried. He landed right on his head, but not enough to actually hurt him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so after this, we definitely needed the casino battle royale with the women's because we needed something to calm down and remain some composure because that was ridiculous.
I again will stake my claim that this format for this battle royal fucking sucks and is the worst part of all AEW pay-per-views.
We were talking about it too. We were like, "What diamonds doesn't mean anything to us." They're like, "It's diamonds." I'm like, "What? doesn't
That's
mean
what I
anything.
read about the last pay-per-view we reviewed. Like, they zoom in on the fucking screen like anyone knows what that fucking means.
Yeah.
It's also like, so yeah, the format of it sucks, and what makes it even worse is that AEW's like production still doesn't know how the format works either. They have no idea, because you're either missing entrances or you're missing what's happening in the ring. And when you're missing the entrances, you really aren't sure who just came out. And I don't know why they don't just do the very simple thing that I think the WWE still does, at least they used to, just the smaller picture-in-picture box showing the entrance. Like,
AEW doesn't like to use picture-in-picture.
WWE doesn't have to do this because they don't send 5 people out back to back to back where everybody's got to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just do a minute
that
like
makes
the
it
Royal
even
Rumble.
easier.
Just do the
One
Royal
person
Rumble.
doing their hotspot, not 5 people rushing through a hotspot while other people are making their entrances.
Yeah, that's what was happening, definitely. I have a new favorite wrestler, Sky Blue.
Oh, I have a new favorite human being on the planet.
Yeah. It was
She
something.
replaced
Conte's
Julia
going to be
Hart.
very upset.
But
They replaced who?
Julia Hart.
Oh yeah, poor Julia's heart's broken. Get it?
No, tell me again.
But Ruby Soho was the Joker, which she seemed very happy to be there and very like.
Yeah, her and Thunder Rosa had some good stuff until they went to the apron, and then everything on the apron was kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
Made me wish that why couldn't they just do Thunder Rosa versus a surprise person for #1 contender?
Yeah,
Shoehorning 19 other people in there that mostly botched their way through it.
I am looking forward to those two in a singles match, though. So
I thought you were going to say the Nyla Rose and Jade feud we're going to get out of this.
We
That's
all
yeah.
look forward to. Unfortunately, we saw that. Then we get Chris Jericho versus the Burger King, and this
What?
was good storytelling.
oh yeah, because he came
I
out.
love MJF's little tease intro thing with Jericho's countdown.
Yeah, we did too. We all popped for it here.
And Jericho's entrance with boobs.
Yeah.
That was the biggest botch of the night because they just expect everyone was going to know all the lyrics to the song again without people in the crowd with the shit on their phone and signs telling them what the lyrics were.
Like
and
we
they
told you once, you should have memorized it.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Boogs was good. He looks different than I remember, but still good. This match was really good. The finish was especially good. The story, I mean, this was definitely a story match, which is kind of what we needed after that crazy cage match. And so this was placed pretty well, I thought.
Yeah,
The
and
crowd
I
just wasn't
expected
into it as much.
when Wardlow came down, I expected, okay, so here's where Wardlow's going to either on purpose or accidentally cost MJF the match, and then he just completely got cut off by Jake Hager, who was apparently sitting in the front row.
Yeah, he just came out of nowhere.
The only purpose to that spot was to get a second ref down there to see the foot on the rope, which is actually kind of clever, I thought.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I didn't realize it till now, but yeah, that's why they did it. That was good.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, and it told the story we needed it to. So
I do think it was maybe better suited if they put this at the beginning of the show.
I just want to say I nailed every prediction. Just saying.
or between the Miro Moxley match.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch the match to really, I think, appreciate it, because the tag match, the cage match, like spiked my energy. It was just like fucking like took everything I had to get through it because it was so good. Then that fucking battle royale just zapped me to the point where I was like, let me just see CM Punk and let me see Bryan Danielson show up and I'm good. Like I was
Then we do get CM Punk versus Darby, and Cash tell us the 1, 2, 3 kid thing.
I'm sure Draven saw it too, but somebody pointed out online that there were 5 different spots, and Brett and Darby and CM Punk, like directly from the Bret Hart versus 1, 2, 3 kid match. That was a banger on Raw years ago.
Dude, I loved that match as a kid. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it is an amazing fucking match.
I didn't know that there were 5 spots, but I picked out the arm drag opener thing. He did the exact same fucking face as Brett did when he took the arm drag.
Yeah, a few aren't exactly identical because Punk does the belly to back off the top rope with Darby turning it into a crossbody for a pin. Brett did a suplex with X-Pac turning in midair. So there's a few little minor differences, but yeah, there's 5 spots that are definitely drawn out of that match.
I thought this match was worked perfect. Like, it started out really slow, and I get that, but like they built up and everything meant something, and it was just really well done.
I agree.
Yeah,
and
I loved it.
Darby to the post when Punk threw him to the corner, and he decided just to turn his body and hit it ribs first.
Yeah,
Not the smartest.
Yeah, that Darby doesn't give a fuck about himself at all.
And he definitely did not hold back on his cannonball dive.
no.
Or his swanton off the top that he just kind of splattered on.
Power bomb, yeah.
That's directly out of Brett versus 1-2-3 Kid as well.
What's funny is so
yeah,
top rope swanton to the outside. And it's kind of caught him.
Yeah, when 1-2-3 Kid did it to Brett, he like hits Brett's shoulder and kind of glides off almost to his feet. But it's the same spot, yeah.
What happened? What I thought was funny about that spot is Punk knows he messed up. So as soon as he slides down and he's selling, he looks over to, I think it's his sisters that were in the front row, and he asked them, "Is Darby okay?"
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The go to sleep and fall of the ring was really good. Good tease. I thought the setup from the coffin drop was amazing.
Yeah, that was a good spot. What did everybody think of Punk in long tights?
But it grew on me. At first, I didn't know. I kept saying, I don't know if I like it or not. And I had to wait, but I like it.
Yeah,
I had a theory that he was going to pull those off at some point, but it did not happen.
That's a different
I said he's going to go to bikers, and then he's going to pull those off and go to trunks. And I was like, I hope he doesn't pull them off one more time.
Well, as a person that wears long tights, I knew that wasn't going to happen because the kick pads were over the tights, so there'd be no way to get them off.
Yeah, both guys did. I thought they both guys played their role perfect. Punk was like, definitely looked like the guy that's a veteran. He's been off for 7 years and has ring rust, but he's really experienced and he's in Chicago. And he's going to be like, it's inevitable that he's winning. But Darby still had the normal Darby stuff where you're like, maybe they're going to have fucking Darby go over here. So I thought
Punk looked in very good shape compared to what he could be.
Yeah. And then we get, speaking of good shape.
No, wait. And then at the end, he looks at the camera and he says, "What? Did you think I fucking forgot?"
Yeah, he's dropping all kinds of F-bombs.
They were chanting, "You still got it."
Yeah,
I did say. I'll say I don't think the crowd was as hyped as I expected them to be for Punk. I don't know if it's just because they were tired from all the other shit they saw, but it was like I thought it was gonna be a 15 on a scale of 10, and it was maybe like a 7 or an 8.
Speaking of a 7 or an 8, no. Paul White versus QT Marshall. Ugh.
Every step the Big Show takes makes me feel pain.
Yeah.
This was just, I mean, Lisa was short. That's what I'll say about it.
This literally was when I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, he did.
And then I came back down. They said, well, they already threw out all the rest of the factory guys. I thought the ref got involved and threw him out to the back. Like, how long was I gone? No, apparently I just missed Big Show throwing some guys around.
Yeah, Camarado took the knockout punch and didn't go down.
Yeah, that's what Cash said. He's like, that's Big Show's finish. He knows it.
Yeah, this was garbage. Like, I get that there needed to be something between Punk and the main, but we could have just had like an extended music video or promo package or something, for God's sakes.
So here's the thing. We're workers. We know how shit feels. How do you think Big Show felt knowing his match was placed as a cool-down match?
I thought about that.
We know he can't go and stuff, but he's still like a big-time star that made a ton of fucking money, and that's a weird spot for him to be in.
I would hope that he's got enough self-awareness to realize that he's lucky to even have that spot right now on this kind of show.
Yeah, I would hope
And, like,
so.
what else would he possibly – I would have said, hey, you're on the buy-in or
He should be thankful, all things considered, that he got to work with such a big star like QT Marshall.
Exactly.
Then we get John Moxley talking about his match with Suzuki coming up. So that'll be good. We kind of already talked about that.
I didn't like this promo because Moxley was pulling his pants down way too far, and I think I saw his pubes.
I didn't even realize that. But then we get Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. And I think this exceeded expectations, in my opinion.
I thought it was a step below the Rampage match, but I kind of figured it was going to be since it had to be twice as long.
I thought it was better than the Rampage match.
Disagree.
So I went back and watched this today because I knew that I did not appreciate it enough the first time. Like, I knew it was a good match while we watched it, but I was just, like I said earlier, I was exhausted. I don't even know how the fuck the live crowd could have possibly been into anything. So
I watched this again.
I was
too.
exhausted. But this was really fucking good, I thought. It could have been much safer and paint by numbers, just like let's get through it, let's get to the aftermatch shit. But they went all out, I thought. No pun intended.
The show.
I think
Bad for Christian doing that table spear and basically getting impaled through the ribs with the table leg.
we talked about that, and then he kept on bumping on the ribs and stuff. We're like, stop! Why would you frog splash? Just
It literally looked like he took a stab wound to the belly. It was that bad.
After going back and I watched it, I kept going back and looking at that spot. I'm 99.9% sure that it's the wood that it cuts as it goes down. It's not the table leg like we thought.
I had that happen against Draven when he swanton bombed me at ASW through the table and it went through my tricep. Remember that?
Yeah, is that when I jumped off the one roof thing?
Yeah, and it the table popped up as it broke and it stuck in my tricep and I was bleeding everywhere. Like I had butterfly stitched it in the back. It was bad enough. So that definitely can happen.
Yeah.
But the good news is, as soon as the match was over, Christian was able to get medical aid. Oh, wait.
No, he had to hang out there for forever. But then we get Adam Cole, which was awesome, and he built it up. Kenny Omega did with saying anyone alive or dead because they killed him off in the being the they did a resurrection video today.
Adam Cole's music is fucking dope. I don't know. I just love the fucking song they have for him.
I do too. I loved his NXT song, and I was like, I was never gonna have a song as good as that. But no, this was really good too.
What was funny is as he came out, I knew he was gonna turn. I just got that vibe, and watching it again today, I now know why I got that vibe. He came out of the heel entrance.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Oh, was it speaking of, after the CM Punk match?
Yeah. He's like, which entrance do I go to?
Which
And he went,
entrance,
this one. They're
people?
like,
Which
no.
one?
He should have got lost on the one episode of TV after his promo, so I think he's just riffing off that.
But then we get the turn by Adam, and then we get what we thought was going to be the original surprise. We get Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Me and Jason watched the post press conference, whatever, this morning, and they're asking about the yes thing, and he's like, well, that WWE might own that intellectually, and then Tony goes, well, we don't know that yet. We're looking into it. So Tony didn't want to give up on the yes thing.
I kind of figured that's why Bryan didn't do it, because it was a little awkward that he was trying to get the crowd to chant it without actually doing it.
Yeah, and so Bryan Danielson was like, hey, WWE might own that. Tony Khan's like, we don't know that yet. We're going to find out.
I can't imagine that they do own it because Bryan didn't invent it. He stole it from the sports shit that was going on at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how they could own it either. Again, unless it was unless they own it somehow as a part of
wrestling.
Used in a wrestling medium.
Well, they also tried to do that with the fucking Too Sweet thing, but I think they lost that too.
Yeah,
you can't just own hand gestures like that.
Right.
I liked Bryan Danielson at that press conference thing talking about how the opposite of CM Punk almost, because he was like, I'm not here to see how good I am. He's like, I know how good I am. All of you guys know how good I am. So I thought that was a nice little.
Right.
And he didn't shit on WWE at all. He's like, I loved it. It was a real close decision. It was hard for me to make the decision. I still got family there. You
guys that I hated that song he came out to, but I'm reversing my position on it for two reasons. He said he went out and had that music made by a dude in California, so it's what he wanted and what he liked. But I actually got to listen to it today, and the chorus of it legit has a crowd chanting, he's going to kick your fucking head in.
What? That's awesome.
It's super low in the mix of the song, but it's legit. A crowd's chanting, he's going to kick your fucking head in.
Wow.
Nice.
And then Adam Cole, in his press conference, said it wasn't even a tough call. and he didn't know his contract was up either. WWE didn't, and he didn't. They called him and said, hey, your contract's up in 3 days. He's like, what? what? I thought it was December. Like, yeah, we did too. It's not. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, so him and WWE both thought his contract was up in December, but it wasn't. And they
I
actually,
knew he was going to AEW when it came out on one of the sites or whatever that he refuses to stop doing his Twitch and he would not sign anywhere other than another big Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
he talked about that too in the
Yeah, he
post.
did.
He said it was too. It was sorry. Go ahead.
Good. No, go ahead.
He said that he had people reaching out to him that were going through stuff and basically were saying that just listening to him and being a part of that community helped them through whatever they were going through. And he's like, I'm not going to just give that up. Like, I'm
Yeah, but how does
doing
that make
something for people.
how does that make Vince McMahon any money?
That's true.
Well, I know. But,
Right.
No, I get
Damn,
those
pal,
guys.
let them kill themselves.
Yeah, God damn it! If they're not going to have any more money to pay me anyways, I don't give a shit about them.
So I wanted to be first to give a rating on this one because I think I'll surprise everyone. I give it an 87.
I'll go next because I think I'll probably be the highest. I went 91,
Wow.
and it would have been 100 if it wasn't for the Casino Battle Royal and Big Show match.
Yeah, that's my takeoff too.
Jason, you want to go?
Yeah, I actually said 90. Same thing. And then I had the side note, which was basically what you guys said about the Moxley match being bad, placing, and not as energetic as what the Miro match was, but then the Suzuki on the back end made it so much better. But yeah, I thought that the Bucks match outweighed the shortness that was the Big Show match, which was definitely thrown in for a reason, but the women's Rumble just between the production of not knowing what was happening, who was in it, when we knew, all right, once the Joker comes out, it's going to be Ruby and she's going to win. So let's just get there. So yeah, I gave it a 90.
All right, so knowing full well that the Casino Battle Royale was fucking not great and that Big Show or whatever, Paul White and QT Marshall was awful, I am giving this a 95.
Wow.
Because in the big picture of things, this feels like AEW kind of taking over the wrestling world.
That's what I was going to bring up your take from last night. Cash was like, I know this might be the heat of the moment. He's like, but I feel like that they've like leapfrogged WWE.
WWE's dead.
Yeah, he said WWE's
WWE's
dead.
been dead with no pulse for a while, but I agree with you. And I think Excalibur signing the show off with AEW is the home of professional wrestling was like the greatest send-off line ever.
I think what this show did was say like, hey guys, professional wrestlers love professional wrestling, and a lot of people are comparing AEW right now to WCW, which I do for certain things, but they're comparing the fact that they sign everybody and have a huge roster. But everybody signed with WCW back in the day because of money, and everyone signing with AEW today is because they fucking love professional wrestling and they're artists at it, and they know that AEW lets them actually perform their art.
Brian Danielson in the post thing said it the best. He was like, he goes, I'm here because I love professional wrestling, and that's what I like to do. He goes, you can take a great professional wrestling match and show it to anyone in the world, and they will enjoy it. He's like, that's what great professional wrestling can do, and he's like, and I feel like I can do that here.
Yeah.
There's only so much money you can spend, but the freedom to have the handcuffs off and do what the fuck you want is almost fucking.
I mean, me and Omega, we understand this, I think, because right now we're not going to make any money in the match we're about to have, but we're doing it because we love to wrestle and wrestle each other. And
I get good money there. I don't know about you.
I think that's a relative term, but like, and that's why Cash is talking about wrestling again, and he wants to work a program with me. It's because we want to wrestle each other. Like we do this because we love it. And those guys are the same way, even if they're millionaires already at this point, they would still be able to be back to that, especially when you're a millionaire. You really don't need the money, but you love doing what you do. So
I just love that they didn't hold back. Like, if this were WWE and they had this many people to debut that were big stars, they do one here, wait a few weeks, one there. I love that they just fucking shot their whole load on one night.
The last 7 segments all featured someone who was recently, or at least a known person in the other company.
Wow.
Starting with
irrelevant, you know.
starting with the women's rumble, with Ruby, then Jericho, then Punk, then Big Show, then Christian, then Cole Cash.
Cool
My
guess.
notes are weird. Baby, and then Brian.
I saw this. Somebody pointed this out, and it blew my mind to think about. So they had this caliber of a wrestling show, and I think, I mean, universally, everybody kind of, I think, agrees that it was an amazing show. They did it without Adam Page, Malachi Black, Cody Rhodes. I'm sure there's more. Like, there's a whole lot more. FTR, so many more.
Jesus, yeah. To me, like, I get the WCW things, and there are a lot of parallels, but as far as roster building, I think this is closer to when Vince went national in the 80s, and he was, like, taking all the top acts from all the regional places, and he had a big enough roster to run 3 fucking A-towns the same night.
Yeah, and I think that's true, because it's not like Tony Khan didn't go, you just released 30 guys, I'm going to go and hire all 30 of those guys. Like, he's still not just hiring everyone they release. He's making sure he's getting the ones that are. Yeah. Someone posted online something like, if you were managing a football team and a bunch of guys became free agents from another team that were Pro Bowlers, would you just not sign them because they played for a different place? Right. That would make you stupid if you didn't go after people who were Pro Bowl caliber to be on your team to make your team better.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. That reminds me of a quote that Khan actually said about why he likes wrestling better than soccer and football. He's like, there's salary caps in soccer and football. There's, like, limits to how big your roster can be. There's no limits here. If somebody's really fucking good, can just go out and get them and add them to the roster.
Right.
And Brian Danson in that post-thing presser, they asked about his relationship to Tony Khan or whatever, and he goes, I love that Tony loves wrestling. Like, he goes, he actually is like a fan of this, and that's not like a dirty word, and he's like he just enjoys it, and he goes, I love wrestling, but I'm around Tony, it's like it amps up my energy for it because he loves it so much.
Tony spent his whole life trying to get into the wrestling business, and Vince McMahon spent his whole life trying to get out of the wrestling business.
Wow, that's a good quote right there.
It's very true too.
Yeah.
Taking R4, I just took R4 numbers, and the average of our fucking scores is 91. When the fuck is that ever going to happen again?
That's crazy.
I forget who it was. Somebody tweeted out, sorry, ECW Heatwave 98. AEW All Out 2021 is the greatest pay-per-view of all time.
I do love Heatwave 98.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's a good statement.
There are a lot of good pay-per-views I can think of off the top of my head, but, like, this is in the running for best ever.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, the cage match.
17 was good. Fucking both of the one-night stand shows are really good, but this was up there with any of the top pay-per-views.
Yeah, and I mean, the cage match alone is like one of those matches where it's like you're going to remember the pay-per-view it's from. It's going to be the match that people go back and watch.
This is a selfish note to make, but do you know how fucking pumped I am that cage match is probably going to be in their video games? Like, they're 50-foot fucking cage you can do crazy shit off of.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I'm mentally exhausted for so much good wrestling. But
are we supposed to make this episode go 91 minutes because that's the average of our score?
Is that how that works?
Oh, God. So that made me, today I watched wrestling all day. It put me in such a wrestling mood. I watched old Ring of Honor stuff today. I watched Aaron Draven on YouTube. I watched wrestling.
I apologize.
I watched wrestling all day. I watched Heels today. Like, I watched wrestling all day because I was in such a good wrestling mood.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and watch Raw then and keep that good mood going.
That's a hard pass.
So a little bit of is anyone going to watch the new NXT? Because, like, it is so off-putting to me. The logo,
I'll probably give it a couple weeks, but I'm definitely not all. I mean, I don't mind the color change. I like it, but it's not going to be a good show.
Just the fact that it's like, okay, you have one crew that does the Monday show and the Friday show, and now that crew is also in charge of the Wednesday show. Why do you want 3 of the same fucking style shows? I don't get it at all.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Well,
You should have
probably
one
gonna be
sports
bad.
entertainment show, one like pure sports show, and then one like insider spotty work rate show.
I
Yeah,
wonder
give
if
some
Triple
variety.
H watched All Out and was just like, that's what I wanted to do.
he watched it cry.
Yeah, if you saw Adam
He's
Cole
like,
come out,
he's,
it's like,
he's,
no.
he's sad because that's what he wanted to do. Oh, my favorite Adam Cole's there, and shit, Punk isn't even skinny fat anymore.
Yeah,
God, Daniel Bryan's here. I wrestled him WrestleMania 30 because I liked him so much.
yeah.
Yeah, poor Triple H. He needs to get released and just go to AEW.
That would be the best.
What would his name be there, though? Jesus, it'd be fucking weird. Go back
Yeah,
to
it would be.
Rising.
Yeah, go back to terrorizing. They could bring him in as a heel character from the other show.
I think H is what, the 8th letter of the alphabet. He could be 888.
There you go.
I'm going to trademark that because if he ever goes anywhere, that's probably what he's gonna use. It's so close to Triple H, too. I like it.
It sounds like it, yeah. Triple H.
It sounds like how Regal always said his name, Triple H.
All right. Well, this was our climax. We're never going to get better than this. So we're
Well,
shutting this
let's
thing
hope
down.
How does
we,
it feel that? How does it feel that the rest of your life is all downhill from here?
Let's hope, based on how good the pay-per-view did, that in our review, that we get renewed for a second season.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to get renewed.
Fingers crossed, guys.
I don't think we're going to make less money than we made this season, but definitely not more.
How many?
Look, I've grown accustomed to this fancy lifestyle we live. I can't stop now.
One more note, Andrew, buddy, where were you?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he showed up to my house. That's weird.
Oh, okay, good.
You just
Good,
got
good.
the directions wrong. I get it now.
So how many buys did they get?
I originally thought it was going to be 175, which would make it the best ever, but Tony's already come out and said it's the highest show they've ever had, so I'm going to go 225.
I said 225 is what I told them.
I said 895.
Oh my god, that's
Total.
100,000 or just 895? Because that's
Nope,
pretty
just total.
bad.
We'll wait. We'll see how it goes.
I do think the allure of Punk having his first match in forever against a really cool person that people enjoy is going to be a driving force.
The last two WCW pay-per-views got 50,000 and 40,000 buys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The lowest WWE ever did for a pay-per-view before the network was 90,000, and that was December to Dismember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Ooh.
I watched that in a Hooters.
I was there.
The
Jason was
highest
there.
bought pay-per-view that's not a WrestleMania in WWE history is Invasion,
Yeah, I knew
Oh.
that.
and I was there live.
Oh, weird.
That is
They didn't-
weird.
You know, I had my gear, but they didn't use me.
WrestleManias have done over 1 million, right? Buys.
Yeah, I think the highest ever was the second Rock and Cena did like 1.5 million.
God, it's crazy.
And the next year is when they went to the network, so they don't really. I guess you could technically count everyone that has the network as technically a buy,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
All right, gentlemen. Well, this ends our season. Season 2. We'll start with this next Dynamite and the new Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, CM Punk era of AEW. So,
Is this an awkward time to bring up that my contract, we need to renegotiate it for season 2? Because, I mean, it's a little shitty just to assume.
all right. See you guys.